The Mysterious Package. Chapter 1. A Rainy Day in Antalya. The rain hammered against the window panes, creating a rhythmic drumming sound that filled Maya's small bedroom. She snuggled deeper under her warm covers, peeking out at the gray sky outside. It wasn't a typical Antalya day. Usually the sun blazed brightly, turning the beaches into a haven for tourists. But today, the city felt shrouded in a veil of mist, the air thick with the scent of wet earth. Maya, a 10-year-old girl with bright brown eyes and hair the color of dark chocolate, wasn't one to stay cooped up on rainy days. She loved exploring the bustling markets with her grandmother, Nene, where the air buzzed with conversation and the smell of spices filled her nose. But Nene was away visiting her sister in a nearby village, leaving Maya alone with her dad. Her dad, a kind man with a gentle smile, was busy working on his laptop in the living room. He typed away furiously, his brow furrowed in concentration. Maya knew he was a writer, but she didn't quite understand what he wrote about. Sometimes, he'd let her read his stories, filled with fantastical creatures and faraway lands that sparked her imagination. Bored, Maya padded out of her room and peeked into the living room. "Dad," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "What are we going to do today? It's too rainy to go anywhere." Her dad looked up, a smile lighting up his face. "Ah, Maya, just the person I need. Come sit here." He patted the space beside him on the worn-out sofa. Maya crawled in, settling comfortably against his side. "See this?" He pointed to the screen, showing her a picture of a large brown package with strange markings on it. "This just arrived, for me by courier. It's addressed from, well, I don't know where it's from." Maya's eyes widened. "A package from nowhere? That's strange." Her dad chuckled. "Isn't it? There's no return address, just my name. It's very mysterious." Chapter 2. Unwrapping the Mystery. Intrigued, Maya and her dad carefully carried the package to the kitchen table. It felt surprisingly light for its size. Her dad carefully cut through the thick brown paper with a pair of scissors. Inside, nestled in soft white tissue paper, was a wooden box. The box was beautifully carved with intricate designs that swirled and flowed like waves. Maya had never seen anything like it. Her dad, however, seemed to recognize it. "This looks like," he began, his voice trailing off. He ran a finger over the carvings, his brow furrowed in thought. "Like what, Dad?" Maya pressed, bouncing on her toes with excitement. "Like something from my childhood," he said finally. "But that can't be right. It's impossible." He carefully lifted the lid of the box, revealing a collection of colorful stones nestled inside. Each stone was smooth and polished, shimmering with an otherworldly glow. There were stones the color of the summer sky, others as deep and dark as the night, and a few that glittered like scattered diamonds. "Wow!" Maya gasped, reaching out to touch them. Her dad gently stopped her. "Hold on, Maya," he said, his voice serious. "These stones might be special. We don't know what they are yet." He carefully picked up one of the stones, a bright red, one that seemed to pulse with a faint light. As he held it, Maya noticed a strange symbol etched on its surface. It looked like a swirling sun with rays reaching out in all directions. Do you know what that symbol means, Dad? Maya asked, pointing to the etching. Her dad shook his head, his brow furrowed in concentration. No, I don't. But it seems important. Maybe there's a clue somewhere. He scanned the box and the packing materials, but there was nothing else. Just the stones and the strange symbol. Chapter 3. A Night of Strange Dreams. That night, as Maya lay in bed, the rain still drumming against the window, she couldn't stop thinking about the mysterious package. The glowing stones, the strange symbol, and the fact that the package had no sender all filled her head with questions. She tossed and turned, unable to sleep. Finally, exhausted, she drifted off to sleep. But her dreams were filled with strange images. She dreamt of a vast desert landscape under a sky filled with 2 moons. She saw towering pyramids that seemed to touch the clouds, and strange creatures, with fur the color of sand and eyes that glowed like embers. Chapter 4. A Dream of Ancient Egypt. In her dream, Maya found herself standing at the foot of a colossal pyramid. Its smooth stone surface shimmered in the moonlight, casting long, eerie shadows across the desert sands. The air was thick with the scent of spices and something else, something ancient and forgotten. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was a woman, tall and slender with eyes like polished obsidian. She wore a flowing white robe and a headdress adorned with intricate gold. Maya, despite the strangeness of the situation, felt no fear. The woman smiled, her voice a low, melodious hum. "Welcome, child," she said, her voice echoing across the desert. "You have been chosen." Maya, confused, could only stare at her. Chosen? For what? The woman gestured towards the pyramid. To unlock the secrets of the past. To awaken the slumbering power within. Maya felt a shiver crawl down her spine. What did it all mean? What power? Before she could ask, the woman vanished, leaving Maya alone in the vast, silent desert. She woke with a start, her heart pounding. It was still dark, the rain having finally subsided. She remembered the dream vividly. The woman, the pyramid, the strange words. What did it all mean? Were the stones somehow connected to her dream? She couldn't wait to tell her dad. She jumped out of bed and rushed to his room. He was still asleep, his face peaceful in slumber. Maya hesitated, not wanting to disturb him. But the dream was so vivid, so real. She couldn't keep it to herself. Gently, she shook his shoulder. "Dad, Dad, wake up. I had the strangest dream." Her dad groaned, rubbing his eyes. "Maya, it's still early. What is it?" Maya, barely able to contain her excitement, told him about the dream. Every detail, from the towering pyramid to the woman with the obsidian eyes. Her dad listened intently, his expression growing more serious with each word. "That's very interesting, Maya," he said slowly. "Very interesting indeed." He sat up in bed, his mind racing. "Do you remember anything else from the dream? Any other symbols? Any other words?" Maya thought hard. "No, not really. Just the pyramid and the woman. And the feeling. It felt important, like something was about to happen. Her dad nodded thoughtfully. This is definitely connected to the stones. I have a feeling we're dealing with something extraordinary. Chapter 5. The Library of Wonders. The next day, the rain had finally stopped. The sun peeked through the clouds, casting a warm glow over the city. Maya, still buzzing from the excitement of her dream, couldn't wait to explore the stones further. Her dad, after much deliberation, decided to take her to the city library. Maybe we can find some information about these stones, or the symbol, he explained. The library was a haven for bookworms, filled with towering shelves overflowing with books of all shapes and sizes. Maya, usually a whirlwind of energy, felt a strange sense of awe as she wandered through the aisles, the scent of old paper filling her senses. Her dad, however, seemed to know exactly where to go. He led her to a section filled with ancient history books, their pages yellowed with age. He pulled out a large leather-bound book, its cover embossed with intricate gold lettering. This is a book on ancient Egyptian mythology, he said, carefully opening it. Perhaps we can find something here. They spent the next few hours poring over the book. Maya, captivated by the fantastical tales of pharaohs and gods, almost forgot about the mysterious stones. But then, her dad stopped, his finger tracing a line of hieroglyphics. Look at this, he said, pointing to an illustration. It showed a woman, her face obscured by a shimmering veil, holding a staff topped with a swirling sun symbol. The symbol was identical to the one on the red stone. Below the illustration, a short description was written in English. The sun goddess, Ra. It read, "Source of all life and light." Maya gasped. The symbol on the stone. It's the symbol of the sun goddess. Her dad nodded, his eyes wide with excitement. This is incredible. The stones. They might be connected to ancient Egyptian mythology. He continued to read, his voice filled with a sense of wonder. According to this, the sun goddess Ra was said to possess immense power. The power to create and destroy, to heal and to curse. Maya shivered. The power to create and destroy? That's what the woman in my dream said. Her dad looked at her, a thoughtful expression on his face. It's all starting to make sense, Maya. The dream, the stones, the symbol. It's all connected. Chapter 6. The Awakening. That evening, as Maya lay in bed, she held the red stone in her hand. It felt warm to the touch, almost alive. She closed her eyes, picturing the swirling sun symbol, trying to connect with the power it represented. Suddenly, she felt a tingling sensation, starting in her fingertips and spreading through her entire body. The room around her seemed to shimmer, the colors swirling and changing. Then, a blinding light erupted from the stone, filling the room with its radiance. Maya squeezed her eyes shut, shielding them from the intense light. When she finally opened them, the room had changed. The walls had vanished, replaced by a swirling vortex of colors. And in the center of the vortex, she saw the woman from her dream, her eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. The time has come, the woman said, her voice echoing through the swirling colors. The power within you is awakening. Maya felt a strange energy surging through her, a feeling of power she had never experienced before. She reached out towards the woman, her hand trembling slightly. "What is happening?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. The woman smiled, her eyes filled with a knowing light. "You are about to discover your true destiny, child. You are about to become something extraordinary." And then, the light intensified, engulfing Maya in its brilliance. She felt herself being drawn into the vortex, her body light as air, her mind filled with a sense of wonder and fear. She had no idea what awaited her, but she knew one thing for certain: her life would never be the same again.